by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello. Well, it is wonderful to see everybody, all these smiling faces, or at least most of them. So today we celebrate the class of 2021, also known the class as Resilience. As we celebrate this great achievement, I should have paused. As we celebrate this great achievement, let us pause for a moment to honor all of our family and friends that we have lost during this difficult time. It is my great pleasure to be here with all of you today to share in this marvelous occasion. I would like to thank Dr. Alicia Cabral, the members of the school committee, Mr. Paul, Mr. Flanagan, Mrs. Quealy, who I've pronounced incorrectly the last several years, and all the administrators and staff. I am humbled and honored to be here with you to bring the welcome, to celebrate this class of 2021. I've been asked to bring the welcome because of my previous experience with Holy Cross Church as a youth minister. We thank God for the gift of these graduates, the years they have spent together, the friendships that they have made, and the memories that will carry them on throughout their lives. It has been an incredible journey, full of victories and defeats, both in and out of the classrooms. We ask God to bless this community of professional educators, administrators, coaches, and support staff for all that they have done in preparing you for the next phase of your life. And we ask them to continue to guide the future. We also ask a special blessing upon anybody who may be retiring this year. And of course, bless the proud parents and guardians of these graduates for being there, for encouraging, and for providing years of countless consolence and also support. We thank you all for everything you have done to help your children and your loved ones survive and thrive during this previous year. My small piece of advice to the class of 2021 comes from the words of Jimmy V, which most of the kids have no clue who he is. But to me, he wrote, there are 3 things everyone should do every day. Number 1 is laugh. Number 2 is think. Spend some time in thought. Number 3, you should have your emotions move you to tears. If you laugh, you think, and you cry, that's a full day. That's a heck of a day. If you do that for 7 days a week, you're going to have something very special. So go out there and make your special. Treasure all the things you have learned here, appreciate all the friends you have made, and love the experiences that make you, you. We pray that God will take us all in his hands and hold us tightly in the years ahead. May God bless you and keep you always. Amen. Before I do go, I want to take one moment to celebrate our dear leader, our dear friend, colleague, and a personal mentor to me. I thank you for all of your friendship, and I just want to thank you for the decades of service to the community of Easton, and a personal thank you for your friendship and the opportunity you've given me to be a part of the OA family. And Mr. Paul, as you told us many times, you should enjoy the greener pastures as you step into the next chapter of your life. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, students, teachers, parents, and staff for supporting us during these memorable yet stressful 4 years of our lives. Most importantly, on behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to thank Mr. Paul. We, as a class and community, have been blessed to have had you as our beloved principal. Your passion, leadership, and selflessness have been shown through your hard work for students, families, faculty, and staff throughout your career. You have helped create a culture at this school which is based on caring for others, respect, and integrity. Your ability to develop and guide students no matter the circumstances is a true testament to your character. As you begin a new chapter in your life, we wish you nothing but the best, and you'll always have a special place in our hearts. You guys sit. Now, to the class of 2021. The past 2 years have not gone as planned, but it's an experience that we will never, ever forget. We all know the cliche, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, we learned that when life gives you COVID, throw a socially distanced pizza party. Or, when life gives you remote learning, become multitasking scholars who attend classes from beds, workplaces, beaches, and even while playing Xbox. Or, when life gives you pep rallies, try your hardest, but still lose them. Through my countless Google searches about obstacles for this speech, I stumbled across the insightful words of author Frank Clark. If you find a path with no obstacles, it probably doesn't lead anywhere. The class of 2021 has already faced more setbacks in these 2 years alone than many people do in a lifetime, and we were forced to grow up, which transformed us from naive ninth graders to self-reliant seniors. Other generations have had defining moments and trends, but our generation is special because we approach life in a much different manner than others. Through technology, we have unlocked the ability to promote change and create trends with a click of a button. With just a post on Reddit, you can now take the money out of billionaires' pockets in a matter of hours by trying to send GameStop to the moon. Although we are looked down upon as a generation who memes about eating Tide Pods, flosses on live television, and constantly views entertaining antics on their smartphones, I see much more. I see that we have the ability to produce young politicians, social media influencers, and most importantly, students who have not vaped regularly within the past 30 days. Not only does our class have an abundance of talents, no matter the circumstances, we always find ways to take risks. If Mr. Matthews is not around to unlock the press box, just call the class of 2021, who will always find a way in. For future advice, if you are running away from the police because you broke into the press box, call the class of 2021, who will tell you the tall fence is not the wave, but try the short one instead. If you ever feel threatened by a notorious social media group, call the class of 2021, who will put together a petition in an attempt to abolish them. If you ever are in need of a side hustle, call the class of 2021, who will put their best entrepreneurs out in the halls to establish a top-secret underground candy selling ring. Although not all of these stories and risks we shared during our time at Oliver Ames were for the betterment of mankind, The ability we possess to undoubtedly take risks is one of the most vital characteristics we have. We strove forward with courage, passion, and defiance at times when failure was inevitable. We never were the physically strongest class, as we were unable to come out victorious in 3 years of tug-of-war. Yet our deafening screams and chants proved Mark Twain's saying, "It doesn't matter the size of the dog in the fight, rather the size of the fight in the dog." Just like the Patriots overcoming a 28-3 Super Bowl deficit, we stole a page out of Belichick's playbook and never backed down from a challenge. Remember, we are a class of risk takers who, because of circumstances out of our control, had to learn to try, maybe fail, and then try again. Yet our ability to take risks shaped us. I do not feel as though it is appropriate for me to give life advice, simply because I am yet to experience what life fully brings. If the past 4 years have taught me one thing, is that I truly understand nothing. However, I vaguely remember in my 4 years of high school English class how to embed a quote into my speech. The late Chadwick Boseman elaborated on how the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. Whatever your individual path may hold, I encourage you to continue to embrace the struggle. Therefore, in a world of immense uncertainty, continue to be bold. Continue to be the spark plug for positivity. And most importantly, continue to be yourselves. I'm not quite sure how we did, but we did it. Congratulations, class of 2021.
One day, you are a high-strung kindergartner, ready for the first day of school, eager and excited to spend every day at recess on the most amazing play structure you've ever laid your eyes upon. Until 3 days pass and you break your right arm, sidelining you for what seems like an eternity. And then your only worry becomes disposing of that cast. And after one surgery, and 6 months later, the day finally arrives, and all your dreams come true. Oh God, there's a lot of wind. Sorry. Sadly, your freedom comes to a halt as your left arm breaks a week later. Your eyes feel heavy with tears, and you blink to get a clearer view. As your eyelids open, suddenly, you're trudging through the mud that was senior year. You blink once more to today, June 5th, 2021, graduation day. And I'm standing here on stage, cast and mask off, speaking to all of you. I will never forget what Mr. Paul said to me after my A-block final. I just finished presenting and was told he wanted to see me in his office. I assumed it was about prom, boat cruise, or some sort of class event. I walked in and sat at the seat across from him. My life left my body as the words, "I brought you in to talk about your suspension," left his mouth, and was followed by what I thought was the longest 5 seconds in my life. I go, "My what?" Mr. Paul continued with, "Yes, your suspension." Then I experienced the actual longest 5 seconds of my life. And right before my breakfast was about to lose a boxing match to my stomach, a wide grin grew across his face, and he goes, "Nah, I'm just kidding." Lucky for me, I was not suspended, but rather I got class speaker. And one of the scariest encounters with Mr. Paul became one of the happiest. Thank you, Mr. Paul, for being such an amazing principal. I hope you know how truly loved you are and how many students' hearts you've touched. Thank you for always being there for us. And more importantly, thank you for almost sending me into cardiac arrest. And I hope you still have some of those tissues left over from class night. But I realize now that 3 boxes might not have been enough. We all love you, Mr. Paul, and you'll be missed dearly next year. Thank you to my classmates and teachers for electing me to speak today. For whatever reason, you wanted to listen to me ramble one last time, and I will be forever grateful. Words can never express the honor and gratitude I feel as your class speaker. Thanks for putting up with my obnoxious chants in fan sections and at pep rallies, and for only sometimes telling me to shut up when promoting class events. And thank you to Ms. Kaufman for forcing me to come into school for 2 hours every day for 2 weeks to write my speech. Couldn't have done it without you. Now, I could spend the next 5 minutes giving proper thank yous to teachers, parents, administrators, all of Ram's staff, coaches, and friends. But if I did that, you would probably boo me off the stage, and I'm really not in the mood for that today. So I'll leave it at this. Thank you to anyone who has supported not only me, but also any member of the class of 2021. It's been let's just say a unique journey, but a journey nonetheless. And most importantly, thank you to my classmates. You all are truly the most fun and resilient group of people that I have ever met. And I've had the absolute pleasure of getting to know you these past 12 years. We can all agree this has been one hell of a year. One long, draining pest of a year. And now we are nearing the end of what felt like a century-long pandemic. And although nobody would wish this year, even on their worst enemies, I think we all learned some valuable life lessons along the way. As I sat in class on March 13th, I genuinely thought the apocalypse was going on. At the rate things were headed, I would have honestly expected zombies to be banging on the guidance doors, begging to be let in. All everybody could talk about was how COVID is just the flu, or how we really need to start stocking up on Charmin and Clorox. Regardless, nobody realized we had just stepped on a roller coaster, and unfortunately, none of us were buckled in. I wish I knew that bleak Friday in March was going to be the last day of real high school, because I would have done it differently. I would have bought and savored a buttery, gooey grilled cheese and screwed over all the other students by buying every single chocolate chip cookie from the caf. I would have spoken a little bit longer to all of my teachers and smiled bigger at everybody in the halls before masks would cover our pearly whites for the year to come. But I did not do all those things, and I wish I did. I know I do not stand alone saying I wish I could go back and do something differently. And that is the problem. Using this past year as an example, things end in life. Things end expectedly and unexpectedly. And the scariest part is that you never know which one it will be. If you are lucky, you know when to say your final goodbyes. But we are not always so fortunate. In my opinion, the longing that accompanies missed opportunities is one of the worst feelings, because all that remains is regret. Because I am just an 18-year-old girl who is not even technically graduated from high school. My wisdom is short-lived, but lived nonetheless. The greatest thing I learned is that we always have less time than we think. Time and life are too precious to be wasted with your head down, only focused on what just happened or what comes next. It is impossible to live in the past and in the future, so why don't we spend more time focusing on the present? We tend to live our lives in search for the pursuit of happiness, doing things now so that we can reap the benefits later, wishing every Monday through Thursday away until it is the weekend, when we're finally allowed to have some fun, and then repeat for 10 months until it is summer. Yearning to be 16 and a half and unlocking the door to freedom that comes with sitting alone in the driver's seat. Realizing after, you wasted 2 years waiting for this moment, and you have less than 2 years left. For 4 years, you spent nights in studying to get into a good college, And once you finally get in, then you'll allow yourself to let loose during those 4 years. But why wait? Once we step on this brutal and endless merry-go-round, it becomes increasingly more dangerous to hop off that carousel horse. Then we grow older, and we realize opportunities were right in front of us, but we spent so long looking for them in all the wrong places. Why are we always in pursuit of happiness? Why does it have to be the final destination? Shouldn't the pursuit be the happiness? Why do we have to wait around for it? As a wise philosopher once said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Because one day, you'll blink and open your eyes, and you'll graduate not only from kindergarten, but also high school. And whether you like it or not, you have to put one foot forward into the next step. Congratulations, class of 2021. Let's start walking.
Hello, class of 2021. Congratulations on officially graduating. I'm truly honored and thankful to be speaking in front of such an amazing, resilient, and impactful class today. We should be extremely proud of ourselves and all that we have accomplished. We've shared a lot together as a class, from navigating the halls on the first day of freshman year to navigating remote learning our senior year. We've shared homecomings where we shoved each other into the middle of the sweaty dance circle, and we've shared classes where we tried to stall teachers before quizzes and tests. Shout out to freshman year Sunderland's D block for proving we could stall him for an entire long block, with intellectual conversation, of course. And we've shared countless pep rallies where we have won, but mostly lost together. And we are now sharing and celebrating graduation together. I would also like to take this time to recognize the tragic loss of our classmate, Greg Griffin. I know a lot of us are feeling so many emotions today, like pain, grief, and sorrow. Know that it is okay to feel all of these emotions while still being excited and even happy about what the future holds. By remembering him today in tandem with being excited for our futures, we are honoring his memory. I did not personally know Greg very well, as we only had a few classes together in elementary school. But I do remember when we had a very stern teacher who was all work and no play. Greg was able to make everyone laugh, even the teacher, and put a smile on our faces. He continued to be the person to put a smile on everyone's face. That was his gift, and that is how we will forever remember him. And we're not the only ones saying goodbye to Oliver Ames today. Mr. Paul will be leaving along with us. So thank you, Mr. Paul, for everything you've done. You're the first person we see in school every morning, and you never fail to brighten our days. You're the person that says hi to everyone, knows everyone by name, and attends countless sports games, art shows, and musical productions. There's a picture outside of the atrium bridge of you timing me in one of my meets sophomore year. I remember being in awe of how much you cared for your students, because I never imagined that the principal of our large high school would come to a meet for swim and dive, much less volunteer as a timer. And yet, Mr. Paul, you showed up and proved me wrong. Keep in mind, this was no championship meet. It was a random dual meet where we were short a timer, and Mr. Paul stepped up. And it is not just swim and dive that you do this for. You do this for everyone, artists, musicians, and athletes alike. You are always here, both physically and in spirit. That is your impact, and your impact will live on in both the school and in all of us. And I know we will continue to strive to pay forward the impact you've had on us in this next chapter of our lives. As we step into our future, my most important advice is to do what you want to do and live the way you want to be remembered. Surround yourself with the people you love, pursue what you love, and be the person that you want to be. Put 100% of yourself into making a difference in the lives of others. Your impact could be as simple as putting a smile on someone's face every day, or maybe you could even save the world from a deadly pandemic. Just like Greg and Mr. Paul, make your impact. All of us have not only the ability, but also the passion to do so in our own unique ways. You just have to put all of yourself into it. Personally, I believe one of the most effective ways to make a change is by being a leader. One of the most lasting lessons I've learned about this is from my mom, when I told her I wanted to be captain of swim and dive my senior year. Her advice was a quote that I hope will resonate with a lot of you. Be the leader that people want to follow, not the one they have to. Now, I've looked this quote up on Google countless times and found nothing, so I'm just going to give my mom the credit here. As all of us embark on this next step in our lives, I hope you take this with you. Depending on your own personal gifts, we all can make a difference in other people's lives and our community. I chose to be a leader on Always Swim and Dive, but with each of our unique gifts, we can all find how we can make a difference for ourselves, for others, and for our community. Be compassionate, lead with grace, and most importantly, make an impact. Congratulations, Oliver Ames class of 2021. Make a difference or not, the choice is yours.
We're going to go down the stairs.
When they start the names, we can report.
My shirt and tie, correct? Okay. Matthew George Nikachuk. Wait, we can't shake hands. Emma Suzanne O'Donnell. Congratulations. Ava Margaret Hall. Catherine Elizabeth McCormick. Samantha Nicole Stretton. Cameron Nicholas Morrow. Melanie Pina Camara. Haley May Chan. Dean Michael DiMarino Jr. Anna Rose Gaylor. Jonathan Thomas McArdle. Sarah Josephine Orsinger. Alex Oleg Rodzinski. Andrew Cole Sadao. William Stone Acker. Mia Grace Adams. Chakudara Efesena Kuchu Akenabu. Ashley Elizabeth Almeida. Allison Rose Ando. Nicholas Stephen Ando. Amari Jeremiah Andrew Brown. Sophia Evelyn Anistam. Zaira Sultana Arif. Felipe Augusto Assis Amida. Tate Sadler Belsarik. Tyler Casey Barboza. Nicole Becerra. Brianna Nicole Bell. Jordan Nicole Bennett. Anna Marie Grace Bertoletti. Matthew James Bissonette. Catherine Olivia Bach. Sean Christopher Bach. Matthew Joseph Bolick. Peter Daniel Bosader. Caroline Elizabeth Botello. Abby Marie Boyce. Michael Jacob Brannigan. Morgan Chase Breen. Ryan Patrick Brophy. Trey Wallace Buggs. Amber Elise Bruhan. Alessandra Eleni Byron. Joseph Edward Camara. Sophia Rose Campanella. Ashley Rose Karen. Avery Laurie Carrera. Hannah Elizabeth Carroll. Rose William Carroll. Wait. I know much better than this. And by way of explanation, when you read these many names and you've lived through part of the speech that John Barada said where you were laughing and crying, and it's your last commencement, you might make a mistake or two. But I did call Ross Rose, and I'm mortified. So I'm going to correct that with Ross William Carroll. Connor Joseph Sarasolo. Tyler Marcus Shute. Kaylee Nicole Clark. Riley Kulik Clark. Dante Thomas Cosavera. Benjamin Fletcher Cohen. Evan James Condon. Stavros Antonio Constantino. Xavier Norley Correa. Molly Elizabeth Crabtree. Remington Robert Creighton. Curtis Ryan Cummings. Brandon Thomas Cross. Mitzi May Crow. Kaylee Hope Cullerton. Dylan James Couples. Haley Elizabeth Cuthbert. Anthony Joseph DaCosta. Jaden Emmanuel Daly. Alacia Amarie Dimiani. Back there. Margaret Ann Davenport. Mark Anthony Davis. Rachel May Davis. Gavin Andrew Diaguiar. Justin Mohammed Debe. Jason Daniel Dennehy. Brady Delmer Davos. Anna Marie Diaz. Christopher Anthony DiNicola. Fist bump. Emily Rose Dion. Eva Marie DeSanto. Logan Michael Domenico. Kevin Paul Duggan. Max Schofield Durso. Jane Eidelman. Jessica Nicole Ehrlich. Kiana Lane Esterman. Damari Dewan Everett. Jordan Liana Thane. Matthew Anthony Ferroli, who is enlisted in the Army. Congratulations. Leave me. Solomon George Fife. James Thomas Fitzgerald. Julia Grace Flanagan. Caroline Mary Flynn. Jackson Allen Franzoni. George William Morrissey Frichman. Nathaniel Scott Fulford. Emily Ann Fuller. Skylar Louise Fullers. Ryan Clayton Gallagher. Jaden Antonio Garcia. Peyton Elizabeth Gardner. Danielle Elise Geary. Jonathan Carlos Geary. Alexandra Louise Jenis. Zoe Elizabeth George. William John Gianni. Katie Elizabeth Gillespie. Haley Elizabeth Gilman. Angelina Morgan Glover. Daniel John Glover Jr. Michael Joseph Gold. Jared Blake Goldman. Leah Juliet Gomes. Priscilla Lisbeth Gonzalez. Joseph William Gordon. Lara Marie Govia. Matthew Allen Lewis Garino. Emily Nicole Hahn. Skyla Rose Harlfinger. Tori Ann Harney. Emma Riley Harrington. Elsa Catherine Harrison. Cameron Richard Hartshorn, enlisted in the Marines. Sawyer Catherine Haverly. Isabella Ariel Hazard. Nicholas Hernandez Perea. Belle Howe. Emily Howe. Congratulations. Ella Ann Islip. Ashley Mary Ivanovsky. Sam Edward Kagan. James Edward Keene. Samantha Rose Keefe. Ava Rose Kelly. Braden Michael Kelly. Megan Lois Kelly. Taylor Rose Kodsis. Jaden Joseph Krauski. Jisung Kwan. Courtney Starr Lake. Taylor Madison Lake. Ahmed Lemin Bangara. Ashlyn Ann Latham. Emma Angeline Larson. Alyssa Rose LeBlanc. Jason Allen Levine. Kaylee Ann Lincoln. Rachel Pearl Litwin. Kevin Anders Louise. Liliana Marie Lorenzo. Did I miss that? Okay, so okay. Allison Leah Lyons. Emma Faith Maycomer. Jack Harrison Maggot. Brianna Marie McGuire. Colin Francis Mahoney. Lindsay Rose Mann. Aiden Marcus. Katie Emma Marsh. Kenine Oranli Masenet. Christina Curry Mathers. Jari Taylin Matir. Nora Beth McCullum. John Thomas McCarthy. Melissa Marie McDermott. Ian Edward McFarland. Peter Joseph McGinnis. Ryan William McKinney. Kaylee Marie Mendoza. Matthew James Merkel. Jared Daniel Malika. Colin Richard Milliken. Derek John Milliken. Bradley Andrew Mitchell. Merle Lindsay Monroe V. Lanier Raymond Montero. Sabrina Maria Morais. Heather Alicia Moorcock. Sarah Grace Morley. Gavin William Morrison. Benjamin John Murphy. Nathaniel Ryan Murray. Kiara Francis Nagel. Carl Eric Ewell Nelson. Gabriella Gimoni. All right, Gabriella. Gabriella Gamoni. Correct? Get over here, sorry. Hui Nam Nujin. Andrew Dunn Nicola. Matthew Paul Nigro. Emily Ray Nuss. Catherine Paula O'Donnell. Douglas Campos Oliveira. Jenna Beth Ozonian. Anna Mary Pachito. Christian Lee Papasodero. Eleana Maria Kaylin Patricelli Brown. Rachel Ilana Paul. Emma Ann Pereira. Amanda Marie Perry. Peyton Elizabeth Phillips. Lindsay Corelli Pompoulos. Anika Ridhi Prasad. Abigail Miriam Querzoli. Caitlin Elizabeth Quinn. Brianna Liberty Raleigh. Alexander David Ramirez. Megan Grace Reardon. Nathan Jacob Reservitz. Jaden Paul Ricky. Dylan Curtis Rice. Alina Depina Rodriguez. Sylvia Fernanda Rodriguez. Noah Eldon Rosenberger. Juliana Daniela Danielle Rubio. Congratulations. Alyssa Rose St. Louis. Lillian Marie San Pietro. Madeline Ann Sant. Jakisha Amara Santana. Kyle Thomas Sarney. Ava Leah Schwartz. Ariel Perry Sedman. Serena Sirhan. Emma Rose Sharkansky. Aiden Michael Silva. Griffin Sean Silver. Esme Dharma Silverman. Grace Kathleen Shimon. Kaylee Elizabeth Sims. Adam Edward Smith. Krista Patrice Summers. Aniola Shamilare Shormade. Celine E. Swiden. Jack Edward Souza. Jessica Rose Spadia. Costa Andreas Spiliokakis. Marissa Simone Stecker. Juliana K. Stevens. Hannah Rue Strike. Carol Ann Sullivan. Lauren Elizabeth Sullivan. Hayden Sarah Terhavori. Madeline Lily Taylor. Sarah Ann Taylor. Joseph Michael Thayer II. Joel Sebastian Torres. Maximilian Thaddeus Tower. Kevin Joseph Tremblay. Benjamin Neil Turner. Emma Catherine Varela. Hannah Faith Vargas. Ryan Michael Ventura. Daniel James Villas. Jonathan Vixamar. Maeve Ann Wallace. James Patrick Walsh. Liam Patrick Walsh. Josie Elizabeth Walton. Jake Andrew Wells. Peter Edward West. William James Whiteside. Carson Lewis Whitman. Alex Christopher Williams. Maggie Elizabeth Woods. Don Nguyen Za. Kelsey Elise Yell. Jake Ryan Young. Nathan Michael Young. Jenna Lynn Zeroli. Zioli. Jennifer, school committee, sorry. I messed up. Congratulations. Alexandra Christina Zwirl. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2021.